So last Friday I was at my card shop, and one of the judges there had a proposition for me. It was, here, I'll trade you this card, really in your favor for some of the cards I want out of your trade binder, if you give it away on your channel. So basically, I gave him cards, and then I get no cards back because I have to give it away. And to this I said, yeah, sounds good. So, we have this Oloro Ageless Ascetic. And this guy is normally like 150, but this is a judge foil because I got it from a judge! And therefore it's worth 25 cool dollars. Now what does this commander do, you ask? First of all, at the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 colorless. If you do, draw a card, and each opponent loses 1 life. And then he's got this bonus ability. At the beginning of your upkeep, if he's in your command zone, you gain 2 life anyway. So this guy gets you value whether or not you even summon him. That's pretty awesome in my opinion. Alright, now at the end of this video, I have questions for you guys, and I'm giving this card away. So, once you get to the end, we'll talk about all that. But for now, let's go over the card list, which is a budget list. So there's lots of ways to make it better, and we'll discuss that at the end as well. Alright, so let's start off with lands. First, there's Command Tower, Esper Panorama, Evolving Wilds, Arcane Sanctum, Rupture Spire, and Transguild Promenade. These lands give you all the things. Then we've got Azorius Guildgate, Dimir Guildgate, Orzhov Guildgate, Boreal Shelf, and Frostmarsh. These give you 2 of the things. Then we've got our life gain lands, Tranquil Cove, Dismal Backwater, Scoured Barren, Sigiri Refuge, and Jawar Isle Refuge. These might as well say on them, play a land, draw a card, because of our sweet commander. Then we've got Floodplain and Bad River, which might as well be the slowest fetch lands ever printed. Then we've got our cycle lands, for when you just have too many lands. The first one is Secluded Steppe, then Barren Moor, then Lonely Sandbar, Remote Isle, Drifting Meadow, and Polluted Mire. Then we've got our lands that do all the things, and these are Reliquary Tower, Crypt of Agadim, Vault of the Archangel, Bojuka Bog, and Halimar Depths. Then we have 3 swamp, 2 islands, and 1 plains, so we have something to fetch for. Next we have our artifacts. These start off with the simple things, 1 Darksteel Ingot, and 1 Soul Ring. Next we have 1 Darksteel Plate, and 1 Shield of Kaldra. These both give your commander indestructible, and your commander is very annoying to leave on the field forever. You also have several creatures that will be equally annoying. The next artifact is Chalice of Life, which says, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, since you have Oloro, and then if it ever turns into Chalice of Death by being flipped over, then it says, deal 5 damage, deal 5 damage, deal 5 damage, deal 5 damage. The next artifact is Well of Lost Dreams, so that you can draw all the cards all the time. Our next artifact is Mimic Vat, for when your creatures aren't quite getting there, and some of theirs might help you out. Then we've got Nihil Spellbomb. Versatile, draws you a card. Sweet. Next we'll move on to counter spells. The first one is Absorb. In our deck it says, counter target spell, draw a card. The next counter spell is Desertion, which is counter their spell, get their cool stuff, which is what we want to be doing. We have 3 tutors in the deck. The first one is Diabolic Tutor, and the second one is Beseech the Queen. The third one is very specific, and it is Steel Shaper's Gift. And this is so that we can get our artifacts that make our commander or whatever we want indestructible, so that we can be far more annoying. Our last few spells are these. The first one, Temporal Extortion. Obsidat's Aid. Sphinx's Revelation. Bloodchief Ascension. Phyrexian Arena. Subversion. Luminarch Ascension. And Greed. Lastly, we have 2 combos in the deck. The first one is Sanguine Bond plus Exquisite Blood. Once you gain life, these form an infinite combo, each one triggering off the other, until you win the game, on the spot. So you play both of these, you put down a life land, or your commander triggers, or many of the other spells in your deck gain you life, and you just won. The next combo is a little bit less abusive, and that is Rest in Peace and Web of Inertia. If you have both of these out at the same time, then people will find it quite difficult to attack you. Alright, so it's time to go over creatures. So the first set of creatures are extort creatures. These creatures say, whenever you cast a spell, then you can pay white or black, and then each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain life equal to the amount that they all lost. Combined with your commander, slowly sapping life away from your opponents is going to quickly become a game plan. These creatures are Thrull Parasite, Treasury Thrull, Crypt Ghast, Kingpin's Pet, and Basilica Guards. The rest of our creatures are just strong creatures that fit with our game plan. A few of these have been selected because of how ridiculously obnoxious they become with Darksteel Plate or other artifact to give indestructibility attached to them. Alright, well, on with the list. The first creature is Azorius Guildmage, Archon of Justice, Avatar of Woe, Scholar of Athreos, Serra Avatar, Vizkopa Guildmage, Drogskol Reaver, Felidar Sovreign, Platinum Angel, Massacre Wurm, Sepulchral Primordial, Divinity of Pride, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Solemn Simulacrum, Karmic Guide, Phyrexian Delver, Pontiff of Blight, and Teysa, Envoy of Ghosts. Alright, so let's talk about the giveaway for this card now. The first thing that I'd like to say is that only people that are subscribers can win. So if you want to enter, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The second thing is that there's 3 types of comments that I'm looking for you to be entered into the giveaway. The first one is you can just say anything related. Very easy, and this will give you 1 entry. The next thing is you can say, do you prefer budget deck techs or full-fledged, more expensive but more powerful deck techs? And this will help me sort of fine-tune the channel as to what you guys want. And the last thing is that you can just say a card that you think would make this deck more powerful. That way, people that see the budget deck tech but would like to invest a little bit more in a more powerful deck can look at your comments and say, hey, these are great ideas for cards. The giveaway will be 1 month from now, and I'll be sending a message to the inbox of the person who won, and when you get it, please reply in 1 week, or else I'll have to give it away to somebody else, because I don't want just the card to sit in limbo. Alright, well this has been MTG Degree, my name is Luke, and I'll see you guys next video.